Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing the August 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Scorpio. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Well, yeah, you can take a look in your Venus sign. You can take a look in regards to pretty much any sign that you feel like is really resonating for you the most at this time, and also which you have, prominent placements in, okay? So take a look at your natal chart and see what you feel is most relevant to you, particularly when it comes to the video's title, okay? So just to let you know, in regards to the spread, I'll be using a Celtic cross style spread as usual for the monthlies. However, this time there is a little bit of a change. I will be pulling from the Rider-Waite tarot deck, but then I'll be using with regards to the clarifications, the Bicycle Rosemind playing card deck. Okay, so not actually a tarot deck, but I really like it. It's so cute. And it's really fun to use a new medium for these readings. So I will be using them for these particular readings. Okay, so I've already shuffled your cards, but I always like to go again a few more times on camera. So, Scorpio, let's see what's going on with you in the month of August. While I'm shuffling, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means the world to me to have your support as always, so thank you so much for taking the time to check it out and to share with me your thoughts. I do read the comments. And also, for those of you who are yet to subscribe, feel free to hit the button and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed when a new reading goes live for you. Okay, so let's see what's going on in August. Scorpio. Wow, okay. I did not expect to get this, but okay. Wow, okay. This is looking interesting, I have to say. Oof. Oh, God, Scorpio. Sorry, I know we haven't got there yet. You're just hearing my grunts and groans. Like, yeah, August is going to be intense. I'm not going to lie. For those of you this reading resonates for, it's going to be an intense month. So just keep that in mind, right? It's not going to be smooth sailing. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, I have to do it. I have to be honest with you guys. You know how it is, okay? I've got to tell you what I see. So let's get into it. So the first card you have in regards to your present circumstances is the moon, okay? So Pisces energy, as well as Cancerian. So you could have a lot of water placements in your chart. Either way, I feel like this is coming up because there's something that is remaining unseen within a situation. There's something that you're not aware of, or you're trying to keep secret yourself. There's something you don't want revealed. There's something that is possibly shrouded in shame or guilt that either you or another is trying to keep under wraps, right? You're afraid of ever seeing the light of day. So we'll look at that when we clarify. In regards to the recent past, you have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with the Pisces or have it prominently in your chart. Regardless, this is an energy of knowing and yet not speaking. This is knowing things as it is, but not revealing. So either you or a person that you are recently dealing with had knowledge of something significant, okay? Something that really they had to weigh up in their mind because there was, there was some kind of moral dilemma involved or some kind of conflict of morals involved with this energy. So they had to really weigh this up in their mind and make a decision whether or not if this is something they should challenge or something they should just keep to themselves. But I feel like for the meantime, they kept it to themselves. Or perhaps this is something you're doing. You came into, some information was brought to your awareness and you chose to keep quiet about it because it's something that you feel could do damage either to yourself or someone else that's, affiliated with the situation. Again, we'll find out more when we clarify, but someone's keeping quiet about something, okay? Something significant. In regards to your near future, you have the Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so this is an energy of being very domineering, very unkind, very ego driven, okay? Not being very considerate of those who are affected by the situation. So maybe someone will spill the beans on something in relation to this out of spite, okay? To cause harm, with the intention of causing harm. So yeah, this is someone who is very vindictive, very insecure, someone who's very ego driven, okay? So this could be someone that you're dealing with, and that's why you've been keeping quiet, because you knew that maybe they would retaliate or do something ridiculous if they found this out, or they wouldn't be able to keep it to themselves like you have, right? Because maybe you were entrusted with this information, but somehow or another this person found this out. But I feel like this was, some very vindictive kind of decision that was made by someone. I don't know who, but someone made a vindictive decision to do something or to say something. In regards to the challenge then with this situation, you have the devil, Capricorn energy. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Either way, I feel like with the devil being present as the challenge, yeah, this situation is toxic as hell, for sure. And it's binding you and whoever told, like, if this is something you were told, you and this person that you were informed about or told you this information are bound by secrecy, are bound by this knowledge, right? Even though it is something that's very detrimental, it's something very negative, possibly has a lot of bad karmic consequences associated with it. It could be something very significant, something very bad that took place, or something that has the potential to cause a lot of harm to others, right? And you feel like you're bound in secrecy to this person through either a traumatic event or something that was brought to your awareness, right? This dark secret. And the challenge is to overcome that in some form or another. We'll look into that when we clarify. In regards to your feelings, you have the death in reverse. So this is your energy, Scorpio, okay? So you're showing up here, but in the reverse in regards to your feelings. So I think you do feel conflicted. I think you know that some form of resolution needs to come about from this situation, that it cannot continue as it stands, and that whatever happens, whatever explosive outcome takes place in the near future, it's not necessarily going to be the end of the situation, but it does mean that there is chance for things to change, right? That something can be done or something can move forward, but there's still things within that perhaps still wasn't revealed or wasn't revealed in the best way. It wasn't a truthful revelation, or the actions that were taken were not in balance with whatever the secret was, right? There's imbalance there. So the situation is not resolved. It cannot be transformed and healed because things are out of whack still. It needs to be addressed still in some capacity. So in regards to the energy crowning you at this time, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this is eating you up. Whatever this situation is, it's toxic as hell, and it's eating you up, because I feel like this was something that you've either tried to put behind you, or that you feel you were forced, a situation you were forced into by whoever this person was, revealing it, to you, making you aware of it, right? So it's very difficult being in that kind of situation. So you're having to look at that and see, what can I do to best heal this? What can I do to heal myself? How can I lessen the pain I'm experiencing? Or, bring some kind of peace of mind again to the situation. Okay. In regards to your advice, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. This card has been coming up so much in these August readings. I feel like it's a real dominant energy in the month of August, right? So in your advice, it's like, listen, sometimes you know, things are unavoidable. There might be certain situations that you would rather not be involved in, that you'd rather have no awareness of, because then it'll be easier. Then you won't have to deal with the baggage that comes with that, especially the emotional baggage that comes with that. However, sometimes some situations are unavoidable. Some things have to go in a certain way in order for them to be brought to the light. And this situation has been shrouded in darkness for too long. Okay, so maybe that's why it's coming out the way it is, because it had to come out somehow. Okay, so in regards to your external influences, so this could be people, circumstances, environments, places that you find yourself in. Everything's outside of yourself at this time. You have the Fool, so that's Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries. Well, someone's playing carefree in a situation. And this could be someone who's completely unaware, who is going to be significantly affected by whatever the situation is. I feel like someone's thinking that or perhaps this is the person that was doing something wrong, okay? The person who was responsible for this wrongdoing, whatever it was. They're thinking they got away scot-free, that they could start and fresh, somewhere new, and not pay the price, not have to deal with the consequences. You know, and their ego and their shadow are celebrating because they're thinking, yes, I got away with it. I can just leave the country or move to a new location, start afresh, you know, with no one knowing who I am or what I've done, and start all over again. You know, do whatever I want. No one can stop me because I got away. And that may not be true with what we're seeing here. So I feel like that's how someone is feeling right now. But I feel like also, if that's not the case, I feel like when it comes to yourself, right? You're thinking everyone else is getting to live carefree and don't have to deal with the kind of burden that was placed on your shoulders, right? That everyone's blissfully ignorant to how this person truly is, right? And you're the one that knows the truth. You're the one that has to bear the weight of this situation because you know them for what they truly are or what they've done. And everyone else is blissfully ignorant to the fact that this is what took place and this is what this person is actually like, right? So in regards to, I think your hopes at this time is the Tower, right? Tower in reverse. Your Scorpio energy, your energy. You want to rebuild. You want to rebuild from scratch. You're like, I just want this situation to be done. I want it to be resolved, dealt with, over, so I can rebuild from scratch. So I can just remove myself from the situation or deal with the aftermath and just heal and rebuild from scratch, because there's no point trying to build a foundation that is rotten all the way through. I'd rather just not patch it up and just start afresh, start completely anew, right? I just want to rebuild my life in the best way I can. And then in regards to your fears, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be dealing with a fire sign. Either way, I feel like you're afraid that you are going to be confronted with the same types of people. When you try and rebuild from scratch in a new environment or in a new way, that you're going to encounter the same kind of toxic energy that you did from the past. Someone who is very... very egocentric, very toxic, very, in and out with no concern for anyone else other than themselves, does not show any kind of remorse or regret for anything. There's no real passion from this person at all. There's no desire to try and, make any wrongs right. They're just simply not there. It's almost like, this person has some certain psychopathic tendencies. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, the way they behave, they might come across as someone who would be in the Knight of Swords energy, but the reality is they're not even that. Like, they're just completely detached. There's no passion or drive behind anything they do, other than just, doing things because they simply can, So it's almost like a psychopathic or sociopathic kind of energy where there's no regret or remorse for the pain they cause because they don't feel empathy. There is no empathy here. Okay. And you're afraid of encountering that kind of energy again because you saw how detrimental and toxic it was. So you're like, I hope I never come across someone like that again. Like you're terrified that you'll come across someone like that again, which I can understand. When you come into contact with someone who is that far out of alignment, you know, it's very scary. You know, especially when you are a very empathetic person, particularly being a water sign, you tend to be. So you can be more in danger of attracting that kind of energy as an empath, because even sociopaths, right, or people with sociopathic tendencies, they spot that from a mile off. Just because they don't feel it necessarily or are able to truly embody that energy, they certainly spot it. They can see it from a mile off. So this could be a narcissist even. But this is someone who's got very strong toxic traits, but they're not doing anything, you know, because I just want to put this out there. There are people with sociopathic personality disorder, which is a different thing, okay? That is a mental health condition. And that's not something that's easily overcome, but people do put the work in to try and, you know, at least make life more manageable so that they don't burn every bridge that they create, right? So they can still be very conscientious, mindful people. So that's not what I'm talking about here. This is someone who just literally embodies those traits and does not give a fuck. That's what I just want to make clear, okay? So there's that distinction. Okay, and then in regards to the potential outcome, 9 of Wands. Okay, so yeah, this is going to wound you. You are literally having to fight not only a battle of, you know, like if it literally feels like a good versus evil type deal here, you know, especially with the 2 pillars, you know, the light and the shadow being present in the high priestess energy in your recent past. It does feel like a bit of a spiritual war that you're facing of your own, Scorpio. I'm not going to lie, okay? And this is very much your individual aspect of this, okay? So you are a wounded warrior. You're a spiritual warrior. And yes, you're going to be wounded by this, but it's strengthening you. It's making you. It's preparing you. So that whenever you come up against anything, you know, that is very much aligned with more infernal energies, you are prepared, you are ready. It doesn't matter, you know, if you don't feel like you're at your best or whatever, you are prepared. You've faced this demon, literally this devil here before, so you know what you're up against, and you can defeat whatever comes your way that brings that kind of energy. But I feel like once you level up from this situation, you'll never have to really face it in the same way you did again. Maybe you have to face a situation where there's someone just as toxic, but in a different way. But I feel like if you know, successfully heed the warnings, do the work, you know, and do what is required of you, you won't have to face this situation again, okay? But you're going to be on guard, that's for sure. Like, that's very clear in the potential outcome. Like, you're going to be much more aware and, you know, wise to certain energies, certain people, how certain people do not have good intentions at all, okay? Because I think there may have been a little bit of naivety there in the past particularly when you were younger, because obviously, you know, people want to see the good in people. You want to think that there's always some good, right, in people. And obviously there's bound to be some positive traits there, even if it's very hard to see. There's always something positive that someone has to offer. But you're not allowing that one little spark of light to negate the absolute shitstorm coming from the shadow, right? You're understanding that it's necessary to, like, face it for what it is and heed the warnings, okay? So that's what I'm getting from this. So yeah, whoever this is for, I know this is intense, man. Like, August, I thought August was going to be, you know, a little bit smoother sailing for the majority for, you know, than July was. But for you, I feel like this shit is like coming to a crescendo for you in August. But that's good. That means this is going to be removed from your life, okay? Whatever this situation was, it's coming to an end. So that's a good thing. Okay. So, we've gone into the clarifications now, Scorpio. So in regards to your present circumstances, the moon, you have the 5 of clubs. So this is the 5 of wands, okay? Conflict, serious conflict. You don't understand that there are people fighting over this right now, or will be in the month of August especially. Okay, so you kept quiet on something, thinking that, okay, if I keep my mouth shut, then it's going to prevent an absolute shitstorm coming. It's happening anyway. You're just not necessarily aware of it because I feel like maybe someone's trying to protect you from this, right? They don't want you to see the full force of what's happening. They don't want you to see the ugliness that's coming out as a result of this situation. So you may be protected by the universe, even your guides, your spirit guides, the ascended masters, the divine themselves. They may be trying to protect you from this a little bit because they don't want you to see just how ugly it's getting, right? With the name calling, the actions people are doing towards one another now that this information is being brought into light from shadow, slowly but surely. Yeah, so I feel like you are being protected on some level from this, but it's getting real nasty, okay? So clarifying the position of your challenge, the devil here, you have the 10 of hearts, which is the 10 of cups, okay? And yeah, that's in reverse. So 10 of cups in reverse. Yeah, you're finding out. Okay. Oh God, so this could be a family secret. This could be tied to something to do with the family. You're realizing that things are not what they seem. You thought that you had this happy family life, and these revelations that came out are shattering the family because they are that dark, that toxic, that there is no way of glossing over that, okay? And you've been bound in secrecy to keep this quiet, whatever this secret was, okay? It may involve abuse, and I'm really sorry, I didn't want to go there, but for some of you it does involve abuse. And you're being made aware of it, or it's something that happened to you. And now that's being brought to the surface. And there's so much conflict. Like it's unreal. And that's what you wanted to avoid, but it had to come out eventually. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry you went through that and you're going through this now. It's not easy, I know. So I'm sorry that you are having to deal with this, okay? And I'm sorry I'm having to go and speak about this because this is what's coming up. So I have to tell you as I see it, For others of you, it's a case of that someone did something real bad in the past. Nothing involving abuse, but something else that was really bad, okay? And now you've been made aware of it and you're having to keep it secret because perhaps you stumbled across something that you weren't meant to. Maybe a photograph, maybe a note, maybe a bank statement, something of that, or a personal item, and you're having to keep quiet on something. But that's coming out one way or another, because this is not something you are meant to be bound to in secrecy, okay? Because it's false, this false image that's being projected of the happy family life or the happy partnership, relationship, is coming to an end because it's not real. It's illusionary, right? That actually what this strong bond is nothing to do with a happy, loving family life. It's to do with a dark secret. So of course that had to come to light eventually. Okay. So in regards to your recent past here, the High Priestess, you have the 4 of Diamonds in reverse. So this is the 4 of Pentacles, okay? Oh, sorry, that's not in reverse. That's in the upright. So the 4 of Pentacles in the upright. So, yeah, you were holding it in for some time, I feel. This is not something that you were just made aware of, especially because it's in the recent past. But I feel like you have been keeping your mouth shut for some time, though. This is something you've been hanging on to and holding in. And that's been obviously detrimental to your well-being, keeping that to yourself. And you've had this moral dilemma of, do I say something, do I not? Like, I can't keep this in any longer. I need to tell someone, but I don't know what to do. So maybe you're the one that had to spill the beans eventually. to someone, maybe a trusted someone, who then went on to reveal this, right? And then someone is behaving real bad as a result, possibly this person who was responsible for the wrongdoing. Okay, clarifying your near future is clarifying the 2 of Wands in reverse. So this is a very ugly energy. I don't like who this person is. It's a very ugly energy. This devil, 2 of Wands in reverse, all of that, you know. It's there. Anyway, so clarifying the 2 Wands in reverse, you have the Ace of Clubs. So this is the Ace of Wands, okay? So this person is kicking the fuck off because they got founded out for who they are. They're now seen in their truth, right? They're seen for who they really are. For the first time, people can see who they truly are and what they represent, right? And this is something that they've created. This is a situation they've created. And sure, they're acting out. They're doing all of this stuff. They're throwing their weight around, causing even more havoc, because they didn't want this coming out to the surface. They didn't want people finding this out, and they don't like how they're being treated. So they're like, you know, spitting their dummy out essentially. But, you know, now everyone can see them abundantly clear for who they really are. For the first time ever, people can start to see them for who they truly are. They're not getting away scot-free like they thought they were, right? Okay, so in regards to your feelings then, the Death card in reverse, your energy, you have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So we've got 2 aces here already. So yeah, I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here, it's a case of like, yeah, this is coming out, this is happening so that a change can occur, a significant change can occur. So foundations can be built anew with the right energy, with the right people involved, okay? But until all of this comes out and a resolution is brought into play, right? Until the full consequences of this is dealt, you know, until the karmic resolution is dealt, that's not going to be possible yet, okay? And you're really feeling that. You're feeling like, I just wanted to move forward. I just wanted to take steps towards rebuilding, and I can't even do that yet because I'm in the midst of this aftermath. Like, this is just happening now. The realization is just occurring. The truth is only just about to come out, if it hasn't already come out. You know, if it's come out, it's only to a very small number, possibly just 1 or 2 people, but it's going to go more widespread, okay? Like, the entire family will know. It's that kind of energy. And you're like, fuck, like, I can't turn from this now when it's just there in my face and everyone's talking about it and everyone's aware of it. And, you know, I just wanted to start anew, but I can't do that right now. And it's actually for your best interest that this happens, okay? This dominoes effect needed to happen. It's the only way to truly deal with this situation and move forward, okay? So in regards to what's crowning you at this time, the 10 of Swords in reverse, you have the Ace of Cups here, okay? Ace of Cups, sorry, I'm getting confused. Why am I saying aces? I'm seeing more aces than there is right now. So this is the Queen of Cups, okay? So this is your energy, Scorpio, as well as Cancer and Pisces. Queen of Cups. So this is saying, yeah, you need to address this pain. You need to address this, you know, this torment that you're feeling, this suffering, okay? Because you're not deserving of it, essentially. You didn't deserve what took place, okay? Especially if this is something that happened to you. You didn't deserve what happened and all of the pain that ensued from that event, okay? Or series of events or whatever, okay? You are the freaking Queen of Cups. You deserve only the best, okay? But now that this is slowly coming to light, you have to address it for what it is, okay? You can't put a band-aid over it and pretend you're fine, because you're not, okay? You're emotionally affected by this, and it's okay to be emotionally affected and be vulnerable, but you have to confront it for what it is. You have to accept it for what it is. Not accept what happened and just say, okay, it's fine that happened. It's not about that. It's about accepting that it did happen, or that these things did take place, or that this information that was brought to your awareness is true, so that you can start healing, so you can start doing the work, so you can support those that need it or be supported, okay? So in regards to the advice here, the Four of Cups in reverse, you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands in reverse, so Seven of Clubs, okay, in reverse. Yeah, you're like, essentially you're like, it's like reiterating the fact that there's certain things outside your control. There's nothing you could have done to prevent this, okay? So if you are blaming yourself on any level, that needs to stop right now, because you are not to blame for what happened, okay? You're not to be blamed for not speaking up, okay? You are in a very difficult position, okay? Regardless of whatever this is, I don't know what happened, okay? But whatever this is, do not blame yourself. You do not deserve to be blamed for this in any capacity. Even if you feel someone told you something and you had to tell someone so something happened to safeguard them, or if you felt like, you know, you didn't say anything to anyone at all and you sat on it because you promised you wouldn't, or because you felt it wasn't the right time or whatever, do not blame yourself for that, okay? Or if you were the one that went through it and you didn't tell anyone until now, do not blame yourself for that, okay? Whatever happened was beyond your control. That's what I'm feeling here, okay? There's nothing you could have done to prevent this. You're not the one that took this toxic action. I feel like this is something that happens either to someone else, or in your family, or someone you're very close to, or something that happened directly to you. But you had no say in this, okay? It was whoever that perpetrated this. Okay. So in regards to your external influences, the Fool here, you have the Five of Cups, okay? So, yeah, because it's the Five of Hearts, so it's the Five of Cups, all right? Here. So someone here thought that they could just, you know, cut their losses, essentially. I feel like if this is the person who did wrong, okay, this is the person that did wrong, I feel like they thought they could just cut their losses, you know, that they could just leave whatever was behind, whatever occurred in the past behind, and move forward, even though they knew that the weight of that, you know, was always in the back of their mind. They would never be able to escape that, you know, no matter what lies they told themselves, whatever, how they tried to paint it up in their mind to justify their actions. They would never escape what they did, okay? But they're thinking that at least when it comes to other people, that they could just remove themselves from the situation and no one's none the wiser. But that's not the case, right? And if this is in regards to, you know, people that are finding out about this, you know, they're looking and thinking, oh my God, how bloody ignorant was I? How unaware was I? Like, how could I be so naive to think that this person was anything other than this, you know? With hindsight, they're looking back and possibly seeing warning signs, seeing little signals, okay? Red flags that they ignored. And they're like, how could I do that? Like, I get that obviously, yeah, I'm not being blamed, and, you know, I still have this connection with this person or these people. You know, I'm grateful that we're still close, but how could I not see this, you know? And there's a little bit of guilt there, I feel, from their part as well, and just the anger and the upset, the real disappointment that this wasn't dealt with sooner, right? In regards to your hopes, the Tower in reverse here, you have the King of Cups in reverse. So you've got the Queen of Cups and you've got the King of Cups. So, yeah. So you're understanding, I think, where your divine masculine needs serious healing, you know. Because you've been in this space of just trying to navigate a very difficult situation. And as such, you felt like overpowered by whoever this person was. that was wrong, okay? You felt like they took all the power out of the situation. They tied your hands. They binded you in an impossible situation. They made it so that you couldn't speak up, or, you know, this person put whoever you were supporting in this situation, and you feel like, you know, I should have done more to protect them, but now, you know, okay, what can I do now to try and fix this? What can I do now to support them, you know, to be in that role? Because I wasn't that when I should have been that. And again, you can't blame yourself on that level. You know, even if this is you, okay, rather than someone you're supporting. You know, someone took advantage of their situation, okay? That's what it comes down to. Okay. In regards to your fears, the Knight of Wands in reverse here, you have the Three of Cups, okay? So, Three of Hearts, Three of Cups. Yeah. You're seeing how, like, you're like, I never want to go through this kind of pain again with anybody. Like, I never want to experience this kind of pain in my life. I never want to go anywhere near anyone who's capable of causing this much pain and carnage again, right? So this could even be someone who was a serial cheater but had no intention of showing any kind of understanding or compassion to anybody. This is someone that could have lied to every person that they were encountering, telling them that they're single when they weren't, okay? And this could be someone that you were married to. This could have been someone that, you know, like a parent that was married to, obviously, your other parent, that you find out was just a serial cheat, that wasn't there for you, wasn't there for your mom or your father, you know, and was just lying to absolutely everyone about all of it, you know? Living, let alone double lives, like maybe quadruple lives or something like that, you know? It's this significant betrayal, right? This is the card of betrayal. So, yeah, you're like, I never want to experience this kind of betrayal again. Or like, even if this is something that happened to a parent, right? You're like, I never want to be in that situation. It's bad enough that my parent was capable of doing this to my other parent and to us as a family. I never want to deal with this in my love life. Like, never. As soon as I see any red flags, gone, you know? So it can play out in various different situations, okay? But there was a significant betrayal here. So perhaps if you did find out that a parent has been cheating on another parent for multiple years, perhaps you found some things that you weren't supposed to find. You know, some text messages to various people, maybe a letter, maybe an email, maybe some reservations. I don't know, okay? But you came across something possibly that you were never meant to find. And that blew the lid on everything, you know. Okay, and then finally, as a potential outcome, the Nine of Wands here, you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Six of Pentacles, Six of Diamonds. So you're understanding where things were so imbalanced, okay? You're understanding, you're coming to a place where you're like, you know, I understand that things are not always what they seem. That on the surface that things can look great, but in actual, you know, in reality, things are so far from great, that they can be so imbalanced. And I never want to put myself in a situation where someone can take advantage of me at that level again. Okay, so you might be going into full warrior mode at the end of this. I feel like that's very much the case for whoever was wronged in this situation. They're going to be going into full warrior mode. They're like, this is never happening to me again. Never. On any capacity. No one's ever going to wrong me to the extent that I was wronged in this situation. This is never happening again. You know, regardless of whatever it was, okay? So yeah, Scorpio, bloody hell. I wasn't expecting it to be that. This is why I was using these cards, because I wanted light, playful energy, you know? I wanted to bring some lightheartedness to the situations that we're all facing. But it is what it is. I can't deny what's coming up and what I'm feeling, you know, and that's the messages that are coming through. It'd be wrong of me to lie to you because I know this is important for someone. There was things within this reading that someone out there needed to hear. And yeah, of course, this is not going to apply to every Scorpio by any means. But whoever needed this, you know, I hope this brings you some level of comfort, knowing that you did the best you could, despite, you know, considering the situation you were in, okay? Considering the situation you were in, you did the best you could. So don't blame yourself for anything. Just keep moving forward. Allow the chips to fall wherever they lie. You know, you deal with the aftermath of that. Do what you need to do, especially if it has to involve the authorities. Go through the process. I know it's not pleasant. It's fucking horrendous, but you know, sometimes it's got to be done in order to bring justice, because we don't see justice here yet, do we? Because this is just coming to light. So we don't see justice yet, and that's what you need to seek in this situation. Or whoever needs to seek that in this situation should do so and be supported through that, okay? So sending you lots of love. Literally just wrapping my arms around you guys right now. You know, and if there's anyone who is dealing with anything serious that needs to just, you know, let off some steam, talk to someone that's completely impartial and that will keep things 100% confidential, you know, completely private, you're welcome to contact me, okay? I'm always open. Like, I'm always an ear that's open, okay, if that makes sense. I probably doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying, you know, there's always a friendly shoulder and an ear waiting is what I mean, okay? So yeah. But anyway, I'm sending you so much love, so much support. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this helpful in any way. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I promise not all the readings are going to be this heavy. It's just, you know, shit's coming to the surface right now. So I guess that's why it had to come up. But yeah, I'm just sending you so much love, guys. Take care of yourself. Be safe. You know, use the support that's available to you. Don't do this alone, okay? And I will speak to you soon. Much love. Bye.